Alright, in this video we will make a simple Python script to send like text over the Ethernet connection that we set up and trigger the UDP server running on the FPGA. It'll be pretty simple. Okay, so I'll make a simple Python file called packet sender.py, and for socket communication we use the socket library, so make sure that's installed. And first we have to specify the address and the port of the destination, the FPGA. So it's 5005. All right, so now let's create a socket. So the function, we need the address family, and that's AFINet. That specifies the IPv4 address family, and the packet structure, the communication structure, it's datagram, sock.datagram. All right, so let's print that UDP packet send up and running, and let's create an infinite loop. Sorry. uh, and let's get the message from the input. So it's like enter text, and let's convert that into bytes. So data equals message dot encode, so we'll be encoding it in UTF-8, and let's send it through the socket. Sock dot send to, we have to specify the data and the destination IP and the port. All right, so now we listen. So listening, we have to understand that sometimes so what we are doing is we are sending a packet and we are waiting for the acknowledgement from the UDP server. That, yeah. So here there can be a situation where the packet might not arrive, right? So we have to make sure that we only listen for like a certain amount of time, and if no packet arrives, we just ignore it and send another text. So we have to like set up some kind of timeout. So let's do that. So to do that, we have to use the function set timeout. Sock dot set timeout and 5.0, and now we have to use, when we are receiving packets, we have to use the req from function. So but since we are since we have a timeout, we have to do that inside a try block. So and we have to specify the total like message buffer width that we are allowing, like the maximum message size that we will accept. So I'll put 1024 because we won't overdo that. The ACK, we are only sending an ACK from the UDP server, right? Remember, we are just sending this, so it's like 3 bytes. So we don't even need 1024. Let's just put like 4 bytes, a little 1 byte extra. And if it's received, let's print it. All right, so before that, the data we received, it's in bytes, right? So we have to convert it into a string. We transmitted the text ACK, right? So to properly read that, it's equals data dot decode in UTF-8, and then let's print it. Received message oh crap, all right, it's a string from dest IP dest port. All right, so that's if it's successfully, if we successfully receive a packet. So what if we don't receive a packet? Then the timeout will trigger, and we have to accept a socket.timeout. So if that happens, let's print uh, timeout. Uh, moving on, and let's continue. All right, I think that should work. So let's test it out. So now I have you make sure you set up everything, the Ethernet connection and the terminal connection through PuTTY, and connect to the FPGA through PuTTY, and let's start up the server. So we have the UDP server, let's run it. UDP server, and hopefully it's running, and let's run the packet sender now. All right, let's enter some text. Hello. Op, what's going on? String object cannot be interpreted as an integer. The port is not a string. Okay, so that's a error. All right, hopefully it works. All right, so hello. Oh crap, again. Oh wow, I didn't save it. You have to make sure to save. All right, all right, let's see here. Okay, so as you can see, received. So let's send another long text. I am so glad that this UDP server is up and running, and we received the ACK, and I am so glad this UDP server is up and running. So it's working. I'm so happy. All right, so now that it's working, so you might be thinking, what's the point of this entire tutorial, right? So having an Ethernet connection to your to the de25 nano is extremely helpful when we are doing like certain uh, tasks where I need to move like a large amount of data from your computer. Like if you want to like make a video processing pipeline, so you need to send like large amounts of frames through the FPGA, and sending it through over like USB-C, USB, it's like very slow. So you can use the Ethernet connection to like send it very fast, but you have to keep in mind that we didn't really interact with the FPGA part of the FPGA. So we are still interacting with the processor, right? So you have to set up like more advanced code in the like here in the program we are running on the FPGA, we have to we are okay, so we are not running it on the FPGA, we are running it on the hard processor system, right? We are running it on the ARM chip that's there alongside the FPGA, and we have to make sure to add code to like forward the incoming data into like memory, and we have to write like some kind of like memory access kind of thing in the FPGA to access those memory and then do processing in the actual FPGA. So in a future tutorial, I'm planning to make like a video processing pipeline, like a very simple one. So I'll be using this Ethernet connection that I have set up to do that. So hopefully everything worked out to you as well. So if you have any like questions, please let me know in the comment section. All right. Thank you.